we are officially headed to Elbaf. Well, at least that's the next island that we'll be headed to. This came in chapter 1090. Nami claimed that the log post only had one steady needle, and that was pointing to the northeast, which is the direction that Kid went, and Vegapunk confirmed that this island was Elbaf. It's been about 23 years since we were first introduced to this island, and Luffy and Usopp, they were very excited because they've probably been the two that have wanted to go to this island ever since it's been introduced, and there are going to be so many different individuals involved in this one arc. But if you guys enjoy regular anime content, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that away, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about why Elbaf just might be the best arc in One Piece. The first time that Elbaf was mentioned, it was in chapter 116 titled Big. This was the arc of Little Garden with Bragi and Dory, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not the biggest fan of this arc when I first read it. This is mainly because of Elbaf's connection with Usopp. This ain't a secret to you guys if you guys have been rocking me for a long time. I am not the biggest Usopp fan, don't get me wrong. I don't hate him like I used to, but at the same time, he is definitely my least favorite Straw Hat. But during this arc, Dory and Bragi, they were big role models, even literally, to Usopp and his dream to be a brave warrior of the sea. Hence why he really wants to go to Elbaf, and most people believe that this will be Usopp's arc. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's because every single Straw Hat, they have an arc where they get highlighted or the most attention to. A lot of people debated whether or not to give Water 7 to Usopp, but at the same time, Frankie was involved in there and Robin with Ennis Lobby. But now I can firmly say that I am excited that we are headed to Elbaf because of one, Usopp has grown on me as a character, so that means I'm excited to see what he's going to do when they get to the island, and number two, more individuals are going to be involved that originally I didn't know if they would be or not. We do still have a little bit that we have to finish at Egghead Island, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I never thought that this arc was going to be really long, and that's simply because Wano was long as hell. It's good, but it's really long. I always expected this arc to be either like Thriller Bark, maybe Zao, maybe Sabaody, and I think that we could realistically finish this arc in 8 to 12 chapters, maybe more, maybe less. But the next island is confirmed to be Elbaf, and it'll definitely happen at the latest in 2024. There was a panel that talked about whatever happened at Egghead, it left a shock throughout the entire world, and my question is, what happened and how will this affect the future of One Piece? How will this affect the Straw Hats when they head to Elbaf? Was an admiral or an elder defeated? Was a Straw Hat kidnapped? Was Vegapunk killed? Was the Void Century exposed? There's so many different things that could have happened. This shock, it could elevate Luffy's pirate status even more, which ties into Luffy's and Shanks' reunion, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video. There are two big players, at least on the Marine side, that are still involved, and that would be Kizaru and Saint Garcia Saturn. We can all agree that they're the pinnacle of strength when it comes to the Marine. Will they be defeated or not? Because on one hand, I want to see what they're capable of, what they could do, what happens when an admiral, when a 5 elder planet, when they go all out. Would the Straw Hats be able to handle it? But at the same time, I don't want them to be defeated. I know the Marines are strong and they have a lot of different individuals that have proven themselves. There's the admirals, there's the elders, the god knights, Emu, the seraphims, and a lot more. But to me, seeing Kizaru and Garcia Saturn, them defeated before the final war, would be a little bit disappointing. It would kind of be like Moria, how he was defeated right before the Marineford War, and when I saw him at Marineford, I was like, oh great, it's Moria. Circling back to Shanks and Luffy's reunion, everybody, they speculated, at least in the One Piece community, that Elbaf was Shanks' territory, and they're correct, because that is where he is right now. How will his and Luffy's reunion be? I think we can all agree that this is probably one of the most anticipated scenes that we are waiting to see. For me, it's up there with finding out what the One Piece is, Zoro versus Mihawk's conclusion, and Luffy becoming the Pirate King. The reason for this is because this scene has been hyped up ever since we got Luffy and Shanks' flashback. Luffy, he will be returning the Straw Hat to Shanks after becoming a great pirate, which he wouldn't be Straw Hat Luffy anymore, but well, we'll deal with that problem when we get there. We've been blueballed time and time again about Shanks and Luffy's reunion at Marineford. He hadn't established himself there, so Shanks didn't want to meet him then. In Film Red, I know it's not canon, but they didn't meet because of Uta's death. And then post Wano, he had to deal with the stuff that Bartolomeo did in burning down his flag and say that he was Luffy's underling. But now Luffy has the title of Yonko and he has the similar title of Shanks. They are considered equals, and now he has officially become a great pirate. If y'all have been in the One Piece community and you haven't been living under a rock, a lot of individuals have speculated that Shanks has been evil and he's been fooling Luffy the entire time. I don't think that this is true, because even though it's not canon, in Film Red, Shanks displayed his character and how he values family, how he values friends, and I just can't see that being false. But I mean, hey, I've been fooled in anime plenty of times. I think too, in regards to their identity, that did it the best is probably Itachi. We know how originally we thought that he just killed through Uchiha and Sasuke hated him, and then when he ended up getting his revenge, we found out that Itachi did it all because he wanted Sasuke to live, and he was put up against a corner because of the different rulers or leaders of the Hidden Leaf. And there's also Reiner and Bertolt being the Armor and Colossal Titans after being a part of the Cadets. I mean, at least for this one, it shocked me, but then at the same time, when I saw any transform, I was like, oh, well, it could possibly be other members as well. So it wasn't that big of a surprise, but I'd say these are probably the two that had me on the edge of my seat and I wasn't expecting to happen. Like I said, I'm one of those individuals who don't believe that Shanks is evil. I think he is genuinely a good guy. I think it's very unlikely, but hey, anything's possible. When they meet, when Luffy goes to Elbaf, when they arrive on the shore, they step on the island, Shanks notices Luffy there, Luffy notices that he's here. What's going to happen? Will it be a touching reunion? Will Shanks want to test Luffy and his crew's strength? Will they have a Davy back fight? Will they team up and fight against a common enemy? And if they do, then who's the main antagonist of this arc? How will Bartolomeo burning his flag be brought up? Shanks' crew, those that haven't met him, will they see Luffy as that demon, the monster that he's been speculated, or will they be shocked when they find out that he's actually a really nice person? Shanks is finally going after the One Piece. How will his relationship with Luffy change? Will it be the same? Will it be like Roger and Whitebeard? I'm not really sure, but at the same time, I don't think that there's a wrong way to approach it. If I had to pick one that I would enjoy seeing the most, it would probably be the touching reunion. There are also some important individuals that are here as well outside of Shanks. Saul, we know that he is here. I cannot wait to see his reunion with Nico Robin. The man marked by flames, we know that Kid had been searching for him, and in chapter 1081 we kind of got a little bit of a description that he is a man that rides an all-black ship that swallows enemies in a gigantic vortex if they get too close. What relationship, if he has one, is there with Elbaf? Kid, he was quote killed here and defeated at Elbaf. I don't think that's true. I've been pump faked way too many times with different characters' death. I think Kid is alive, and since I think he's alive, how will he bounce back, and will he go after Shanks a third time? How will him and his crew get stronger? Will he get advanced hockey, advanced conquerors? Will he join in an alliance with someone? Could this someone be Blackbeard? And if it is, and in general, will Blackbeard show up? Dory and Broggy, since they interacted at Little Garden, what will their reaction be to seeing the Straw Hats again? Usopp and Yasopp, the father-son relationship. We know that Yasopp left Usopp at Syrup Village before he was born, and so I can't wait to see what their reaction is going to be. There's also Loki, who is the Prince of Elbaf. I cannot wait to see who he is, what he looks like, how strong he is, if he has a relationship with Shanks, and when the Straw Hats meet him, how will they react? If you were to ask me when I first read One Piece, I could honestly tell you that I wasn't interested in going to Elbaf. It would have been cool when they got there, but that would have been it. To me, it wouldn't have been anything that special, but now my opinion has changed, and this is specifically because of Shanks and the other individuals that are involved. I cannot wait to see him and Luffy meet up. It's going to be really emotional, really interesting, because this is going to have some implications on how the rest of the story will pan out, and I'm all here for it. But let me know how excited you guys are when we finally get to Elbaf. I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok is on the screen in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.